Hey guys, welcome back to my channel under here xenomorph.com. Today another Guardians of the Galaxy 2 video review. This time it's Rocket in its deluxe version, and look at this amazing colorful box. It was really a refreshing unboxing, I have to say. And here we go with the figure, or at least the first shot of it. So stay tuned for this video review. I think it will be one of the last ones this year. I mean, Christmas season is around the corner, and let's see what else Hot Toys will deliver the next last upcoming weeks this year. But first, let's head for the video review of Rocket. I will start out with the box first. So Rocket's box will definitely stand out in your collection. This is the MMS411, and after I took it out of the dull brown shipper box, I was really amazed. I mean, look at these pink, yellow, orangey colors. Again, you got this translucent upper layer, and inside you got a green layer, and basically it looks like a Walkman design but just with other colors. So it fits perfectly into the style of the Starlout box, and the side profile view of Rocket is pretty damn nice. And here, of course, the Milano again. And that's about it. So next up is the figure. Alright, here we go, Rocket out of the box. And let's have first a quick look at the accessories, because this is the deluxe version. You get a bit more stuff than with the usual normal version. For me it was without a doubt no discussion to get the deluxe version, because with the deluxe you get this magnificent normal posed head sculpt, a bit like the first version. I will show you a direct comparison a bit later on. And then you get this magnificent huge minigun like weapon. It's all one huge piece. There are no articulated parts, but nicely paint applications and a lot of intricate details. You will show it afterwards when I put it on the figure. So then on the right side you see all the accessories from the normal version. So for the jetpack you see it's basically a miniaturized version from the one from Star-Lord. And here normally goes a connecting cover plate, and Hot Toys just missed it out to put it into my box, so it was not in the box. I searched everywhere, it's just not there. So it's like a silver covering plate that you need to cover up the holes. So I had to contact the seller. Let's hope he can organize the missing piece. Then you got two different styled blasters. This one looks quite similar to a Han Solo blaster, if you ask me. Nicely painted here with the blue muzzle in front. And the other one has like a triple shot feature. Then you got two back plates or backpacks. This one is actually well, should be attached to the figure actually, just for covering up the backside. And this is the similar piece which actually covers out the backside on top of the missing steel plate cover. So basically here comes the missing piece, then this one attaches onto it with the jetpack. So just a small detail here, I would have liked to have some burning effect or some, I don't know, some black or blasted effect. That would have been nice. Then you got the small translucent attachment piece for the shoulder to put Groot onto it, and then some different pieces like feet and hands, nicely painted. And then of course a neat addition to this figure is baby Groot in his dancing pose. So cute. So this time around with the suit, basically like the life-size figure that you can actually get right now from Hot Toys. And you can of course detach it from this base. It's just for stabilization reasons, because this way it's a bit hard to put him on. So let's see how I put on Groot to his shoulders. So basically you pop him into this plastic piece, probably like this, and then somehow fiddle it here over the shoulder, basically like this. It's quite a narrow fit actually, and somehow for my liking the illusion is not really there. I mean, it would have been cool that if they used like a magnetic function like they use for Star-Lord shoulder piece, because without this holder piece you have absolutely no chance to put him up. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Before I will show you the head sculpt a bit more in detail, I want to highlight again this translucent holding piece. So anyway, how you pose it, there's no chance it will really look good. And what I observed further is that when you actually push this plastic piece in, you will definitely damage the underlying leather or pleather-like material, as it just happened here. So personally I would avoid doing that, because the leather is so fragile here. You will definitely rip it off if you put too much force on it. So basically it looks really like crap now. So please be aware of this. I mean, that alone for me would be a reason to never do this and totally avoid putting Groot onto the shoulder piece. So let's go for the head sculpt. As you can see, this is the aggressive pose, which is included into the normal version of Rocket, and it looks magnificent really, with all the details going on, the whiskers, the nice teeth sculpted in there, the tongue that you can see. It's a lot of details went into this part of the figure, and you definitely can feel the overall quality here. Also, there's a bit of glare inside the eyes, definitely nice. So then next up is the switch out portrait from the deluxe version, which basically resembles the first Rocket release. I will show this in a minute, of course, in direct comparison. And here I switched out the hands for the two blasters. I think this is the right position for each blaster, because they're definitely really detailed hands that you have to use for each blaster. And at the bottom you see here Baby Groot dancing and shouting. So this is definitely a cute little accessory. Alright, so here comes a comparison with the first Rocket figure by Hot Toys from Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and it's definitely obvious where all the work went with the new release. It's all about the paint job. So the sculpt is basically really the same, it's identical, same joints, same sculpting details everywhere, but the whole paint job looks so much richer on the new Rocket figure. More deep colors, more browns, not so grayish like the first version, and this continues all through everything. So also here and the tail area you see a more noticeable tiger striping effect all over. Other than that, you see that both sculpts, these normal pose sculpts, are basically identical. I mean, I can't see any real difference here. So I had to push down the head sculpt a bit lower. I think it was not really on the neck plug. So this way it's really correct now. Then a bit of highlighting on the suit. So the suit is perfectly tailored in this blue color. You see some patches going on, some knee covers and stuff like that. The belt here is movable, and you can't really remove the whole suit, so at least they don't tell you to remove it. Also, the backpack looks a bit different in comparison with the first version. So, and here again the highlight of the already damaged shoulder piece. I think it's just painted and the paint was rubbed off by the pieces. Nothing major, but it really bothers me. I mean, it was in pristine shape and now it's just damaged because of this totally stupid piece here. So for attaching the jetpack, you first have to remove the arms and the head sculpt and the back piece, then just move the jetpack onto it. Now on the back side, normally this covering steel piece would go, but it was not included into my box, so it's quite unfortunate as well. And let's try to just apply this piece here directly. So this is the jetpack back piece, and if all goes well, yeah, it will somehow hold into place. Somehow. Not totally perfect or aligned. Yeah, I think it will be alright. For the moment at least. So yeah, then basically it looks like this. Arms attached again, head sculpt, and you got the jetpack installed to Rocket. Now the other challenge is how to put this onto the dynamic stand, because the dynamic stand itself is a bit on a smaller version, and here you got a bit of a problem with the tail and this back crotch piece, so I was not really sure on how to put it. Maybe put it on the side somehow. Let's try to put it, yeah, so that's happening. So obviously there's really a bit of a problem attaching the jetpack as well as the dynamic stand. So next up is I try to put on the figure first and then the jetpack piece, but as you can see this probably get a bit of blockage as well. Yeah, so no chance. So if you ask me, Hot Toys really didn't care too much on giving us a real fitting solution to display Rocket in a flying pose. I mean, it was promoted well, but from an execution point of view, this does not really work for me. Maybe sideways like this, I have no clue. Yeah, sometimes you just have to get creative, so this way of course it will work. No idea if it was intended like that, but yeah, now he's holding up and we can place the jetpack on the back side. So, and this way it really worked now, and Rocket is hovering over the base, or like kind of semi-flying, but it's just not thought through by Hot Toys, and it's now happening twice in a row. I mean, the first time we had this with, I think it was Doctor Strange. Also Batman had some issues with flying stand. So it's not like the first time, and well, this is one of the main activities of Rocket in the movie. It's really lackluster of Hot Toys, and sometimes I'm just thinking, oh, they really care on the client or the end consumer, or they're just pumping out these releases without really thinking on how we want to pose these figures. But yeah, let's head over for that last pose with the huge minigun attached to Rocket. So for the huge minigun, you first have to attach the hand or the fitting hand with the arm, otherwise you will end up in a messy situation, I'm sure. So somehow fiddle in this whole arm. It will be quite a narrow fit on this side, and then get the Rocket figure and pop in this whole arm. Attach again the hand to the handle, and here we go. So this actually works. I don't have thought that this worked, but now the first and next challenge is, can he really stand on his own? So let's get this base out of the way. So, and it seems that he's really standing on his own. I mean, there's nothing additionally stabilizing him, so let's move the table around, and this really holds up, so quite neat. And is there any chance to actually articulate this arm? Let's see what happens. Oh, that was a jetpack. So it's definitely a tight fit for the hand, but you can make it work. So Next I want to try to get this pose work on the flying stand. Alright, so this worked out pretty well. As you can see here, the weapon is securely attached and he's in his flying pose. Also noticing here is that when you put on the translucent clipper here or holding piece of Groot onto the jetpack, you won't have any problem with rubber damage. So that's definitely a secure way to do it. And I think overall definitely go for the deluxe version, because I think it's about $225 and the normal version is about $200. But with this one you got the alternative head sculpt and the minigun, and this is definitely feeling a bit better in terms of price while you compare to the normal version. Alright, thanks for watching guys, see you soon, have a good start into the Christmas season, and I'm out. Bye bye guys.